Now, if you're a casual runner like me, and by casual, I don't mean someone who puts on flip-flops and then goes out in sunglasses and perhaps drinks a pina colada on their run. No, not that sort of casual runner. I mean a casual runner who isn't expecting perhaps to get a phone call from the local regional Olympic committee anytime, suggesting that they come and have a chat. No, not suggesting that at all. No, if you're just a casual runner, you know, somebody just goes out, wants to get a bit fit, isn't expecting to break any records, there may come a time when you kind of lose your mojo a bit, when you sort of think, I don't know about this, I don't think I'm feeling it at the moment. Now I think, and I may be wrong, but I think that the fix for that isn't rocket science. So I come out for a run. I mean, I'm not going to dress like this to go shopping, clearly. And, you know, I'm going to talk this week about that whole thing of kind of losing your mojo a little bit. I would have to say, probably for the last 4 months or so, that's where my running has kind of sort of drifted a bit, sort of plateaued. It's kind of all the other words that you can think of to describe that. So I really need to do something about it. And I think that there's kind of a way to sort that out, and it's not too difficult, he said, when you put your mind to it. I think at the moment, particularly during the winter months, is a case of sitting at home and looking out thinking, shall I go for a run? Or shall I sit at home on the sofa watching Netflix and eating hobnobs? And you know, let's be honest, who doesn't like a hobnob? So I'm out at the moment for an easy run, and an easy run is one where you can hold a conversation with somebody. So I'm talking to you, we're having a nice chat, but an easy run shouldn't be something that you do all the time. And I would say for the last 4 months, my runs have been predominantly easy, which is not a good thing, really. So what should you do? Well, you should kind of mix it up. And I think, really, although there's no magic bullet, I think the mistake that I've been making, and perhaps you're doing the same thing, is to not mix up the runs or have a variety of runs. So, well, what do I mean by that? Well, first of all, 80-20, you might have heard of that. And 80% of your runs should be easy, like this one, and 20% you should kind of push it a bit. Maybe one run in 5, get out there, try and do a bit better. I haven't been doing that, and there are of course other things that you could do. So you could, for example, go for interval runs. Interval runs are great. It's as it suggests, it's going to be sessions where you start off a little bit easier, and then you build it up over a series of sessions, a series of intervals, where you are going to be pushing it just that little bit further, a little bit faster, and a little bit harder. There is a variation on that called fartlek, which is good fun, and that's when you venture out and you kind of do your own intervals, you make them up as you go along, and that's quite good fun actually. I really enjoy that. So those are 2 things. What else could you do? Another thing you could do is hill runs, running up a hill. Perhaps if there's hills near you, you have to do that anyway. I live on the coast, so there aren't that many hills around here, but there is a zigzag path that goes down to the beach. And I quite often see people running up that slope, an easy jog back down, and then rinse and repeat, rinse and sweat and repeat. So that's another good one that you could do. I expect there are tons of others. So if you've got any suggestions, post them down below in the comments. While you're there, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe, because that really helps out the channel. But I think there's one thing in particular that really helps me personally to get over the running doldrums when they happen, and I'm going to tell you what that is right after this bout of silliness.
We interrupt this vlog to bring you some breaking news. Over to our intrepid reporter on the scene, Andy Pandy. Thank you, Baldy. You join me here in the New Forest in Hampshire, England, where it has been discovered that every single tree has vanished. Baldy, what's that I can see behind you though, Andy? Oh, well yes, apart from that one, but just to press the point there, Andy, for a moment, that I think there's more than one. Oh yeah, and that one. And that one. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh, and there's one. I'm gonna have to interrupt you there, Andy. Thank you for that report.
Oh, and there's one over there.
Come back to you later.
Oh, look, a squirrel.
And now the rest of the news.
The thing I'd say, probably the thing that motivates me the most, and you'll know this if you've been watching this channel for a while, and that is challenges. I think it's noticeable that when I've gone off the pace a bit, as I have now, and as I did after I did Couch to 5K, for example, it's because I didn't have any challenges set. I hadn't set myself a goal. Now, I have got a challenge ongoing at the moment, and that is to run a half marathon. I've run one once, so it's to run one again, and this time at a proper event. Last time I just did it to amuse myself, and yeah, that's funny, isn't it? But this one isn't for months. It's not for months, so it's not really much of a motivational tool, to be honest. Can you see me? Can you turn the lights out? So I need a challenge, I think, that's a bit more close. It's a bit more, it's in the calendar sooner than the one that's in 8 months. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. I'm thinking very hard about what to do. I don't really want to put myself under any pressure, because the fact is that I do running purely for enjoyment, and I am so tempted to try and put my name down for a half marathon, and I don't know, because I've kind of dropped back so much over the last 4 months. I'm a little bit worried if I do that, I'll put myself under too much pressure, because there is one in about 8 weeks time, and I don't know if that would give me enough time to get back and also to then push on and train. I mean, I think I could do it, but I don't want to put myself under that kind of pressure. So the other option is just to do a 10K at that event in 8 weeks time, but at least it would give me something to aim for. I'm going to have a think about that. Anyway, it's getting very dark here now. I can run out kind of early evening. The days are getting a bit longer, but it is kind of dusk, as you can see, and I don't think this is going to pick me up very well. Do post your comments below and let me know what you do when you end up in the running doldrums. How do you kind of snap yourself out of it? I think I've got a plan. I think I need to go and do some interval running. I like fartlek, but I think I need something that's really focused and is really going to push me. I think if I do a fartlek, I won't do as many kind of intervals as if I do a proper organised interval. So I need to do that. I need to really kind of give myself that virtual kick up the backside that I think we all probably need from time to time. But the important thing is, I got out and I did a 10K. Now, I just said I was going to go, but actually I need to do something, because I promised new subscriber Wayne, hello Wayne, that I would put the times up on the screen this week, because I haven't done that for the last couple of weeks, if you noticed. And so here are the times. Now, I did a little bit of kind of b-roll filming while I was out, and so there were a couple of slow bits, but generally I'm quite pleased with that. It's not a bad time, considering that I haven't done that many runs of that sort of distance recently. So I'm going to be quite happy with that, and I'll try and carry on sticking the times up on the screen as I go through this kind of new rebirth of my running journey. Anyway, as I said, post comments and I will let you know how I'm getting on in next week's vlog. Thank you very much for watching.